Good morning, this is Burnrate. Welcome back to Factorio, where we got our on-demand melting system set up. It's just not getting enough ore down here, but that's fine. It's just we only have like one mine operating into it right now. On-demand smelting system. We have our super fast circuit set up going on. I'm actually going to... Wow, I have a lot of construction robots. So what I want to do actually is I want to take a blueprint of this and move it up just a little bit, and I think that'll make me happy, kind of like to hear where that is. So let me destroy all this stuff and take my super awesome cool blueprint. I think right there is where I want it to be. And the whole factory comes in to pick up the rest of the stuff. So let me knock this back one so I don't put a bunch of copper into the wrong thing. There we go. So this is my copper line, so I'm actually gonna have to knock this back a whole bunch because I want the iron to be going in there, so I need that. And let me see if I can put another one right here without screwing it up too badly. I'm gonna need to alter this inputs and stuff. Let me see if I can do this correctly. So yes, the copper comes through here and it goes above these substations, and the metal or the iron will go up here. Wow, that's kind of... Huh. Can one splitter handle both of these? If I do this, I wonder if that'll put enough iron through. Well, we can try it out. Give it a test run. I think it should be alright, as long as it has a good amount coming in. So this is the iron down here in the bottom. Oh, this is how I had it. How come... Well, it's doing the same thing. It's here, it's just more stuff going on. Let me clear this. I'm going to take like that, and that'll be my blueprint. Actually, you know what? I want to make it look... I need a more appropriate design for it. Where's my circuits? There we go. That looks good. Alright, so let me fix this. It doesn't really need fixed, but I think it looks more efficient the other way. And you got iron going up there, so these are going to need more iron coming in, obviously, from a lower line. So let's see. Oops. Didn't want to do that. So the plan here is that each one of these should be able to fill up a single belt, I believe, for high demand. So what I want to do is hook up the iron. Can I put a roboport here? No, it just doesn't fit. Roboport's always in the way. That's how they operate, just by being in the way all the time. So once I get rid of this rail up here also, I could flip this over and have a couple facing down. Make it a little more difficult to get the materials needed up there, but let's see what you got. If I do this, I have copper coming out, and I'm going to be pulling it back up into here, but I also have a bunch, you know, I'm going to need copper to go into the factory also, like the main bus area, once we finish this off. So let's see. We can push this back. Or no, I need one more. Had it in the right spot the first time. See, that feeds up into there. Power. I need to get rid of some stuff out of my inventory. It's exploding. That helps-ish. Requesting the speed module 3s, which are coming in slow. So I need copper into this. So let's see how this does with, oops. Just a single line, bringing it into it here. And here we need the double, so this is backwards. Oops. We put this up here, or 4. I need tunnels. So go like that. Well, these are full already. I need to fix. I can't really test anything about my inputs until I actually feed it into the factory. And to do that, I want to get rid of all of this iron. All the iron is going to have to go down. All the copper as well. What are we still running here that works? We've cleaned up a lot of our things. Copper 1 is out of commission. Iron 6 is the only one that's really still working. And iron 5 is out. Where am I getting my copper from? Nowhere? At the moment? It looks like it. Alright, so we're going to shut down everything and convert it to the new trains. Except oil, of course. So whenever a train comes back, we're going to let them unload and then remove them. Oops, I almost ran myself over. And these guys might actually be still full because they're just not pulling out the ore. Oh, they're pretty empty. The problem here is I want all this to go to down. Or down. Like that. So all this is going to have to get turned around. And this is stone. My stone station is still here. That's funny. Let me fix this so it goes on both sides. Much better. So this can be gotten rid of soon. And to bring this stuff in, so we have copper coming into the belt from there, and once we are rid of our copper trains, yeah, all the copper's going south, so we can actually get rid of this whole smelting area already. And here's an empty iron train. My inventory is full. Trying to see what else I can get rid of that I just don't really need at all, especially right now. Sort of 1 stack of those. I'd like to keep some, although I don't know what I'm going to use them for in the immediate future. And once this is empty, I can let this guy in. He'll wait for forever and a half, so no big deal there. Lots of oil still coming in, which is nice. Alright, so let's turn all this iron Oh, and this is all the old, what's it called? The stone that was coming down. I got enough of it that I don't need to worry about bringing it in like that anymore. So that's good. Okay. You're gonna come down like this. It doesn't need to be more than one right now because we're just really just feeding this off of the thing, so it is going to be a little annoying. Let me put it up through here. This is the very annoying transition state where it's not building something fresh, and it's also, let's see, yeah, you're going to go down here. And I'm not just completely removing something, I'm trying to transition between the two different states, so yes, very annoying. And that's going to overload this first one. I mean, it'll get separated out. I don't think it'll be a problem, really. Yeah, it's kind of overfilling it right there. Let's do this. And this will bring it out. We're going to have to remember to remove these a while from now. But it should be okay. That'll just help spread this incoming stuff out a little bit faster. There we go. And then I can just load all of this onto belts. And then I can put a demand into the factory to pull all this stuff back out. There we go. That'll fix that up. This is coming down. All of this still needs to get pulled out. I should do something. Like, I mean, I'm making speed modules. That's not really a huge demand, I guess. Are there any more requester chests around here? I'm gonna have to move my concrete production for sure. I wanna make sure there's no requester chests for ore and stuff in here. And everything is completely backed up. Why aren't my speed modules being made? They are. They're just slow as all can be. I'm not lacking anything. We're not making any green circuits right now, so it's really just a iron demand kind of a thing. If I pick up a bunch of belts, these guys will start doing. That'll take a lot of circuits, which will pull a lot of iron off of there. I could top off my robots. Destroyer capsule. And destructor capsule. So yeah, this is kind of out of circuits now, which is going to hold up a lot of stuff. Actually, I need to get my circuits back into the system very soon. So this is still pulling iron. Okay. So I guess the problem is that this is pulling iron from the system down there, so this can't get rid of all this stuff. We have a full chest here. Let's turn this into an active provider chest, but just for a little bit. We're gonna watch it, so we don't lose it, like have a ridiculous amount of things going. We just want to empty it out, and then I can pull out a whole bunch of steel, which will pull out a bunch more iron, and then we can get through all of this ore that we're waiting on. How come there's no logistics robots coming? Oh, there they are. Okay, 915 all being used. Excellent. They're gonna have to start charging. Very annoyingly so. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. It's dropping fast now. Oop, pause. Slow down. Come on guys, you can do it. You're almost there. One more metal, one more. I don't know. Once we get all this taken care of, we can pretty much remake our factory. Oh, how's this guy doing? Nothing was destroyed yet. Okay, we can pretty much remake the whole factory. Really need to get circuits back up there is what we need to do, and then I'll pull out the rest of the materials. We won't have to worry about it. So are there any more copper trains out there? This guy was waiting. Oh, he was waiting far back. Oh, that's because I put the one line. That was blocking up everything, huh? Because this guy was waiting to go up here, so the oil was blocking up all the other trains. Oh, whatever. Take out more stuff. This is working now. A lot more resources are getting pulled out. And what else? Do I have any more double-headed 4-car trains doing anything? It looks like no. So we're gonna have to convert iron 6 into the larger size. This is being attacked, but it's got a good cluster there. Perfect, nice. All our trains are gone, and we're gonna need some kind of copper input. But for now, where's this copper going? Okay, this is all going south. That's good. For now, we're going to take off our super armor suit. We're going to deconstruct the crap out of everything. Oops, I don't want to get that. Pipes. There we go. And this metal is not moving because did I cut this part off too? Yeah, I cut it off up here. Let me actually cut it off from the bottom feeding source, and then I can let this push back up, and we should have some more. Actually, it wasn't even going into anything. It's weird. Too much stuff. Ow, my inventory. Inventories are ridiculous. Okay, a lot of belt I can get rid of. Just picking it up to make the factory do stuff. Cool. So this is still having trouble pulling out. Like it's making a very small amount of iron or steel. What are these guys doing? Like taking iron. Is there like a storage chest? Oh crap. My storage chests are full and they're taking it to the one on the train track supply area, I bet. That's terrible. Are these all really full? That's terrible. Well, okay then. So once we get the circuits back on track, we can get everything else back on track. I'll be super stoked with this. Yeah, I can get rid of this because there's no more copper gonna be coming in here, so I can put this stuff all goes right into the supply system. It's getting dark. Getting dark and scary. No, don't take away my concrete. Why is this copper on it? That's weird. Wait. Oh, why does this have iron on it? Oh, crap. That's why. That wasn't supposed to be connected. I got confused and that was terrible. Yes, that's feeding up into there, so it's just being slow. I'm like, why is there iron on the copper line? But no, it's... Or no, the other way around, I said that. I don't think it was too bad, maybe, because a lot of these aren't pulling right now. That's all copper. And yep, it went all the way up here. Seriously, guys? Seriously? Ah. The heck is this all coming from? Stop. There we go. Okay. And then the copper was split somewhere else along here, I think. Or was it? Yeah, here, that doesn't have any though. There's a little bit there. So that's steel with the copper. The copper comes along here. It really doesn't go to anything else except right here. Towards the end, it's had a little bit stuck. Excellent. Oh man, are they still taking? They're still taking iron over there because they want to fill up the chest with like items first. Just super annoying. Look at all this space. I could put a bunch more. What's it called? Red circuit factories, much more efficient ones, even. In there. Look, there's a little bit of iron coming. Or copper coming, because it's coming out of the system. Oh man. Transitions are hard. I have to like think of all this stuff when I'm doing it. So it looks like they pulled out all the ore. There's a little bit at the end there. That's fine. Once we start building more stuff, it'll just put a strain on the system. But of course we can't put a strain on the system if there's no circuits going into it. And I don't want to get the circuits into it, and then I pulled all this ore out. But pulling all this ore out is taking a while because, well, there's a crap ton of it. This doesn't filter, although this is full, that's why the bottom looks full there, so it's not filtering up as much right away. It's still getting a good amount, they're all pretty busy. I could put another, I wonder if that would be best, do that. But actually push it up a little bit, depending on how things are. To give a little bit more to the top level. I mean, they're all pretty busy. It's just going to take a while to pull all this stuff out and give a lot more room. And of course, we're going to go hook up some more mines. The stuff, but not too bad. Let me put my armor back on. Yep, this is all coming in. This train is empty. Goodbye, Stone Station. Your service was much appreciated. Uh oh, my inventory full? What happened? Nope, no, don't do that. Crap. Stop taking my concrete. Oh, there it goes. Oh, did I deconstruct the chests? I didn't want to do that. Crap, stop. Yeah, I know. I missed. Let's get rid of all of this here. The top side. Now I can pick up this track. And pick up these guys, because they're not doing anything else. Oh look, there's a little bit of stone there. Let's mine it. Mine it at maximum speed. This freaking... Get out of my way, everything! Ah! What's in here? Not much. We'll just put it into this chest. And then you can get taken out, and then you go down here. More stuff into my... More stuff in the thing stuffer. More concrete is needed. So that'll be gone in no time. Expected resources, 898. Okay. We're getting there. It's gonna take a while. Let's stop feeding coal down into here also. Where's it coming from? Over here? Okay. Oh, those guys need coal. The ore trains. Let's do this. We can just feed it straight to them. They're the only ones that'll get it. So yeah, it's just going to take a while for all this ore to bleed out of the system, or to bleed into the system, I guess. All going in the right direction though. We're cleaning up things really well. Very stoked about the situation, and we just need to get circuits back into the system so that... What's it called? We can really start building stuff again. And I think I'll put different like sideways things here. Let me do this. I have one of these, so I'm gonna move this over more so there's more room here actually, and move it down a little bit too. How about here? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And red circuits. So we're going to need, so the copper is going to come into the side, and then we're going to put the wire along the bottom. And then the plastic can go along the top, and we can have a double, we can have the long-handed inserters put out the circuit. Then we can just have a bunch of these, and this is pretty simple. A little bit easier to expand. And our plastic's going to come in along the top here. So we already have this weird thing. This is the metal coming in from here, so let's just get rid of that. That'll be taken care of eventually. I think it's good. We'll keep the plastic on one side. Now I can just make a bunch of copies of this, and I'll be stoked. All set and happy. So just need some power poles. Let's do it like this. And there we go. And we'll say you are red circuit output. And once we have the copper coming up into here, we'll have a bunch of up things out here, and we can just feed it over. That'll be really easy. Oh, we need the green circuits. That's what I'm missing. What's wrong with me? I felt like this was too simple. So 2 and 4. So we can just put that on the side of the plastic. So plastic can come up here as a double belt, like for its own thing, and then it'll split over and join with one of green circuits like that. And then we have the green circuits going in, and then we can split that off down a few rows. And that should work out pretty well. Cancel that. If we take you, it's not gonna work. Pay attention. Okay. We'll just take. Well, this is kind of stupid. I can do this, I swear. Do something. I don't know what it is. So I don't need on that side. So you'll go up, and you guys can share. Or no, what am I doing? This is copper input. Yes, so that's why that was like that. And then you just have there we go. Perfect. Alright. So that's copper input. And you'll just come over from somewhere. And then you guys just need, this side is going to be your plastic circuit input, and then this will be your output there. And another row of these will fit in perfectly. Cool. So we can make another copy of these and then just slap it down here. We'll have everything we need for 4 sets. I believe. I think. I'm pretty certain. Perhaps, maybe. Let's try it. So we grab this. You don't fit even a little bit because of the plastic. Well, that's fine. The plastic thing is going to be out of there. You actually do fit. Of course, except for the, what's it called? Except for the Roboport, of course. Roboport's always in the way. Standard Roboport procedure. Be in the way. There we go. Now you fit fine. Here comes all the things. Great. There's no excessive electrical connections and everything is covered, so we just need copper input. And then we can scoop in the electronics and everything down here like we want to, and that'll be fine also. We'll have to bring in this coal a little bit better, I think. But I like this. I'm happy with this. Alright, well, let's take a break here. In the next episode, we will try and finish setting that up. No, we're not going to. We'll go fix the other iron mine and maybe make a copper mine. We'll go out and do some train stuff. So, but until then, have fun.